Cynthia.
And I'm Telly.
And we are the Her Castle Girls. If you like videos about fashion, mindfulness, and lifestyle, then go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We're happy to have you join the family.
Like, share, subscribe.
On today's podcast episode, we are talking about body image, how we're affected by it, and it's sort of like a confessional. We're going to be really open and honest with where we are with our body positivity, body image journey. And we hope that you find stuff here that you can relate to and help you along the journey that you are on yourself.
No further ado, here we go.
On today's episode, we are talking about body image and the journey that we are on as far as body acceptance and, you know, just accepting where we are in our journeys. I think both of us have a lot to add to this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Considering, you know, both of us have been through, you know, and as women too, you know, we're probably going to touch a bit on the health side of things as well. The relationship that we have with our bodies, but also, you know, where we are with it when it comes to the outside, you know. So do you want to start, Telly?
Sure. Why not? We're all family here. Yeah, well, you know, Cara, as you were saying, and also I should also say, you know, trigger warning, you know, this is our experience. Everyone has their own experience.
Exactly.
So don't think of us trying to say anything. If there is anything that we said or about to say that makes you feel, then listen, stop listening. Because we don't want to cause you any problems or any worries. This is an open, honest conversation that's not supposed to make you feel any way. This is only supposed to, in the end, make you feel uplifted. You know, be okay with what we're about to say. With my journey, I'll start with where I am now. Now as I am today, I feel good. Today. I say that because yesterday, the day before, maybe I wasn't all there. But today, I feel good. Are there things about my body that I would love to change? Absolutely. But on the flip side, I know that, hey, I'm human. This is the body I have. I personally don't want to get anything enhanced, so to say. Unless it's my mood, then that's the only thing I want to enhance. And I can do with some Reiki and some green tea. I can do that on my own. But when it comes to body image, especially when I was in my early 20s, I think for me is when I started to really say, wait a minute, how come, you know, certain girls have a certain body type and they notice that they're getting a lot of attention. Maybe if I had that body, maybe I would get that kind of attention too. In high school, I was a bigger girl. You know, I had the set. I had a good little booty on me. You know, I'm black. I'm black Jamaican, so, you know, hey. And I was fine, you know? I was like, yeah, this is my body that God blessed me with. No, I had no issues in high school, thank God. Because I know that a lot of women, that's where it starts for them.
Right.
But for me, it started in college. That's where my body imaging, and I know why. I took fashion design at George Brown College. So of course, fashion. You know, you're making sample sizes. I always feel a way because I made the sample, but I couldn't fit in the sample. So I'd always have to go and use one of my friends, or they'd always have models on hand that were like, oh my goodness, so skinny. Yeah. And, you know, they put the dress on, it's a sample size and it'd be too big for them. Yeah. And I would just be there like, in my, you know, in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, just put me in a corner so I can bawl my eyes out. I felt so, you know, out of shape. And that's even when my obsessiveness of working out came from. Like all of a sudden I was like, well, I have to work out. I have to skip meals. I have to stop eating. Like there was a lot of crap I was going through in college. I kept to myself. Right. I didn't tell anybody. Right. Until finally I got older, and I was like, you know what, this is silly. Like I can't keep doing this. But for me, that's where my body image gone wrong started going wrong. For me, it was in college. But what about you? When did you start feeling like,
To be honest, my body issues started very young.
Oh yeah.
So growing up, and the thing is, just for everyone listening and watching, Telly and I are sisters. We are 2 years apart. Yes. I'm the older sister. So obviously we did not understand each other's journeys growing up as kids as to where we were with our body image. It wasn't even a discussion. It wasn't a topic that was discussed when we were kids in the 80s and the 90s.
Right.
But my body image issues started very, very young because I was a very skinny kid.
You were really skinny.
I was a very skinny kid. I didn't like a lot of foods. I was a very picky eater. And the doctors suggested to our mom, you know what, just give her whatever she wants. Like if she says she wants a hamburger, give her a hamburger.
Right.
They did it in love. But what happened was I ended up becoming a very big kid. And at the time, we were going to school we went to a Christian school.
Yes.
So we wore uniforms. We were all dressed like everybody else in uniform. And my uniform was always like big because I was a bigger kid. And that's when I realized, or I had made the decision that something was wrong with me because I was bigger than the other girls in my class. And I, of course, got made fun for it, all of that stuff. And it then propelled me to not have that issue. So I would not eat all the time. So would I say that I had some sort of eating disorder? No, I wouldn't go there and own that.
Right.
But I definitely had issues with food and accepting the idea of just really eating what I felt for. Because when I was doing that, the outcome was me being made fun of for being bigger than the other girls at school. So then I went through high school, being smaller.
Yeah, you were really small again in high school.
Went through college very small. And then, then I got into the
workforce
and things changed there.
Yeah.
But do you think that, for me...
Yeah, where are you today?
Well, fashion, for some reason, I can kind of say fashion never influenced my desire to be smaller. And I think that's because for me, I always saw fashion as my own thing. Even when I think of looks and I think of fashion, I think of it on my body.
Right.
I don't think of...
someone else's body.
I don't think of the Hadid sisters wearing something. I don't think of, Cindy Crawford's daughter wearing it. I think of me wearing it.
Exactly.
So therefore, it doesn't affect me in that way.
Right.
But it does affect me when it comes time to say, putting on a bathing suit.
Oh, yeah.
That sort of thing. And the thing is too, sometimes I forget about it until people bring it up. I even had a dream once.
Oh dear, what?
Girl, I had a dream where we were at an event. Yeah. And a lady came up to me and said, "Oh my God, it's been so long since I've seen you." And she hugged me. Right. And then she said, "Where's your sister? I forget her name. The chubby one." And then I said, "What?" And then she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were Telly." What? So
that's your subconscious.
So my subconscious, I do have an issue with the size that I am now. But at the same time, I have full acceptance of where I am right now. Yeah. And I just try to do my best. It's also difficult too when you have health concerns that are attached.
I'm glad you brought that up.
To your diet.
That's a big one.
Yeah, for me, it's we come from a family of diabetics, so I have to work out every day.
That part right there. Working out now, before we would just do it, if you're in gym class, it's mandatory. Back in our day, it was mandatory. You had to take a gym class. Yeah. As we got older, we do some days, and then you can go like once a week or something. But relying to what you said about now with working out being a lifestyle. Now it's like an everyday thing, like 5 to 7 days a week. Like you were saying, we come from a diabetic family. Unfortunately, it's on both sides. It's on our mom and our dad's side. So, you try your best to just block, and food does play a huge part in making sure you don't get the D. You understand? So, for myself, because I have a condition with my stomach where I can't eat much.
You don't eat everything.
I can't eat everything, and it's funny because when I was younger, I could eat everything, and now I'm where I am in my life. I'm like, man, I shouldn't have taken those days for granted because I can't eat those scrumptious things anymore. But anyway, working out now. Before, when I used to do it during college, it was just to lose weight. But now it's literally to help my mind stay focused and to keep my body healthy. Now we're about health versus weight loss or weight gain.
Exactly. And I think just to bring it down to a place where listeners and watchers understand, we are not 20 years old.
I mean, girl, I know that. I know we look like it, we ain't gonna take that away from you.
We are, late 30s to 40
mature women.
Old. Right. So the journey that we're on is a different place than some people that will be listening to this podcast.
Definitely.
When you reach to that age of, 35 and up, you are now more so focused on, I want to stay this way.
Exactly.
I want to be flexible.
Yes.
I want to have good heart health.
Yes.
I don't want to have diabetes.
Right.
I want to be able to keep up with my younger friends, go hiking,
even just to go up the flight of stairs.
Right, go up a flight of stairs. So it's a different journey. And, at this point, you're saying, okay, it's not just about losing weight.
Precisely.
It's about, how do I stay strong?
Right.
How do I stay healthy?
How do we build our immune system? With all the things that are going on our lovely planet, you want to keep yourself as healthy as possible. So we got a bike, we got a treadmill, we have our own gym downstairs in our home, which I thank God for because, it's easy access.
Yes.
We're blessed in that way to just go anytime we want and do a full-on workout. But I just wish that, I'm glad you told our viewers and listeners too that we're not in our 20s. When you're in your 20s, you can, for the most part, you can burn it off. You can go out and take a walk around the block and you've already burnt 1,000 calories or more. But as you get older, it does become more difficult to lose that weight. And some women in their older age, sometimes they're still stuck in that mindset of when they were maybe a larger size. And you'll see them they're already so frail and they just can't, it's like a mental thing where they can't.
Yeah, it's a mindset and
let go. And in their mind, they think they're still big.
Right. And for me, I know that I have that issue. I think that, I still don't really know what my size is, confidently. I always go and I'm like, well, I better buy this size because this is the size that I am. And it turns out that I'm always buying things that are too big.
This is a side note. Do you know how many times I had to tell her to size down? This girl will not let go of the larger size. She won't let go.
It is a thing. And I think many women and men have the issue where, and it's really about awareness. We tell ourselves constantly, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not skinny enough, I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
So I'm going to treat myself as such.
Yeah.
And because we are doing that, what is happening is we are living in sort of a world where we're not truly aware of our truth. I should not be looking at Miley Cyrus.
Right, that's it. You eventually just have to say, you know what, I call a truce. Because I can't get rid of you, I need you.
Yeah.
And so therefore, because I can't get rid of you, I gotta give you some water, I gotta clean you, I gotta still nourish you, I gotta work out. Because at the same time, despite, all of the things that we've lost and all the, the diseases and the things that are upon us, we still have to live. And we still have to take care of it. The cool thing though is that what it's taught me, and I'm sure it's taught you too, Car, is how the body can, when you start training it, telling it what to do and training it in the right manner, it rewards you so much. So even though you have your disorders or you have, the this and this, at the flip side, it's like, well, at the same time, I still feel good.
Yeah.
I'm still able to use my arms, still able to use my legs. I'm still able to go outside. I'm living in a land, thank God, where I am free to go outside and be who I am. And girl, I gotta tell you too, you make one of the hottest baldies. I'm just saying.
And I think
I'm just saying.
You know what?
You're a hot baldy.
It's a part of the journey of accepting where I am now and accepting it and loving it.
Yeah.
But as we kind of look at wrapping it all up, I do have a question.
Yeah.
What do you do every day to celebrate your body and celebrate where you are now?
Honestly, this is gonna sound so stupid, but I run.
Yeah.
Because there was a time, as you know, back in 2016 I couldn't even move.
Yeah.
I was flat on my back for like almost a year.
Yeah.
And one of the things I missed the most was just movement.
Yeah.
Just the fact that my legs and my arms were working in unison and my heart was beating.
Yeah.
So in the mornings, to celebrate me, I run. And I'm just thanking God that like I can still move.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I do to celebrate my body. What about you? What do you do to celebrate?
What I do to celebrate my body is I do think working out is, I just feel so strong afterwards and capable. So working out is definitely one. Another one that I love to do is of course dancing. Because dancing, again, it really is a privilege to be able to move your body to the rhythm of music. And I use that to celebrate my body. And of course, dressing up.
Girl, we have to talk about that. Fashion
is another way,
right?
that I use to celebrate my body. Because fashion is for everyone. It's not just for a specific size.
Exactly.
Anyone can dress up and feel good. And,
absolutely.
And there's loads of things. We're out here. Skincare makes you feel great.
Does it ever?
Dressing up your body in jewelry and pretty things.
Yes.
It's all in celebration of,
exactly. And that's what we hope that our viewers and listeners are taking away from this. Wherever size you are, just celebrate it. You're healthy. You're living a good life. Celebrate where you are, no matter what stage you are in life. Like, don't look at your scale and just think, oh, that's it. It's the be-all and end-all.
We don't even have a scale.
We don't even have a scale. Because it's like, you know what? You're just here to torment us. We don't need it. You know what I mean? Like, all you need to know is that you're healthy. You get your physicals. The doctor says, yo, you're good. All right. And you just keep on going. Dress up. Put on your makeup if you feel like it. And celebrate. And own the day. Own your life. Especially these days.
Yes.
Whew.
That was a great, honest conversation.
Girl, right? Honesty is the best policy.
It is.
And I'm glad that we had this conversation, and hopefully it uplifts everyone else as well. If you're male or female, no matter where you are in this life, we hope that this conversation helps you to just celebrate who you are, because that's what life is supposed to be about. Not about numbers on a scale. It's supposed to be about you embracing who you are and being a joy to everyone around you.
Just be aware of how you're feeling around certain things. And remember, if you ever have issues with food or your body, always seek professional help. There are people out there that can help you. Don't be afraid to reach out, because at the end of the day, the relationship you have with your body is so important. So just be aware and never forget that.
That's it. You only got one body.
That's it.
Come on now.
If you love conversations like these, if you love fashion and lifestyle content, again, we ask you to subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
We'll try this again next week. Sounds good to us. Take care, everyone. Bye.